Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Divine Panther Presents. Today we say goodbye to Power Book 4 of Force as we say hello to Legacy whenever that comes out, as Tommy is apparently moving back to New York City with his fake nephew Tariq. And what does that mean for the Power universe and that kind of stuff? But anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You can like on the video and comment on the video. Anyway, let's get to the intro. Let's get the team together and see what we got going on.
Wait, I got to do it now. Wait, this is gonna be funny. Wait, you ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
Alrighty, I was rushing back to make sure we said goodbye to Chicago, and what does that mean for Tommy? And we're gonna do Force. We're gonna discuss Force first, and then we're gonna discuss our predictions for Legacy. Like after that, we're gonna try to separate the two. But as we discuss Force, I gotta do the right thing, and that is let Jamani take his victory lap, because he had predictions that I told him he was wrong several times, and I was wrong, and I can admit that. So, Giovanni, what were you correct about? Please.
That Maria was gonna skip town, and the baby wasn't gonna be born, obviously, and she was going to leave. I was wrong that she would be leaving with Kate. They left separately on their own accords, but yeah, I was pretty much right about that.
All right. And I was like, that's not. Also, you what else? Was it D-Mac? No, that was the biggest one, because I was like, she's definitely gonna die, and she did not. So I was like, thank you for that. But we're gonna start with Kim and see what she thought about the episode. Force, is it what you thought? Was it a force to be reckoned with, Kim?
I mean, it was okay, but it was the way it was just wrapped up. Everybody started, oh, we love Tommy now. I was like, what? Like, yeah, I was confused. Like I said, I was like, what? Like, you just wanted to kill him 10 seconds ago, and now everybody is kumbaya with Tommy. I was like, this is really how we're gonna end it? So, oh, I'm sorry. Am I supposed to be doing positives? Oh, positive. Okay. I love seeing Kate. I loved her speech. She made me cry. I like that they're trying to have her evolution be shown. Like, it's not behind the scenes. We're seeing that she is actively trying to change herself, and she's and unfortunately she wasn't able to change herself in time for JP, but she's gonna be there for DMAC, I believe, and for Tommy's child, for sure. I believe she will. So I did enjoy seeing that.
Positive.
Okay, yeah, positive. Let's see.
We can come back.
We can come back. I gotta think about it.
Okay. Yeah. For me, I'm gonna try to do one positive apiece. I will acknowledge what Kim said. I loved Kate's eulogy. I felt, to add on, I felt like it was so good that I thought she was gonna die. That I felt like that was her arc. That, as a parent, she started off as a parent, a drug addicted, dysfunctional mother of a son she was way too protective about, but obviously didn't take care of very well. She meets her Ghost, being her other son, who dies, but she only wanted the money, and she didn't even go to his funeral. I mean, for the record, or his daughter's funeral. But then we get to JP, where she, unfortunately, they didn't get a lot of screen time together, but in the end, her eulogy was like, I love my son, and I wish I was there, and I'm sorry for what I did, and I'm sorry I wasn't a good mother to my other son, and that kind of thing. And she's like, I want to be better, and I'm going to be better. And if she would have got shot, like, heading out the door, which I thought was going to happen, like someone, I would have been like, that's how you send Kate off on a high note, to be like, this is the best she's probably going to achieve as a character, and let her go out as a loving mother. And Tommy saw it. Like, Tommy would have been like, that's the mom I thought I wanted to have. And I thought it was great. My personal thought was Shanti. I thought Shanti of all the characters got the best arc. Like she's exactly where she wanted to be. Without backstabbing any, Tommy or anyone that we really cared about, you know what I'm saying? But she's on top of the hill, she's running CBI. That's all she wanted, and that's what she got on her own terms. She didn't have to be some, man's, side woman or whatever. And she's left on top. And if I don't see her again, I'm happy for her, as a character. I thought that was perfect for what they did with her. We get a couple comments. Hey guys, I was surprised. I am too. When he was like, "You my brother, and now we brothers. Let's do one last fight." I'm like, "Bye, Miguel." I was like, "You out here, bro." And somehow he lived and shit. I was like, "What are we doing? What are we doing?" I was like, "Why? Why are you alive?" Is my question.
Why did they give him his love interest girlfriend, whatever that we saw at the beginning of the season? Though
I forgot he had a love interest.
Remember, there was a girl that was with him when Maria was, giving him the needle early in the season.
I took it as a friend from Mexico. She was coming in, but she was moving out. Like anyway. She wasn't relevant. So I don't want to go through all this. What's your one of the good positives for you?
I would say we saw Sonny again. I didn't think that we would see JP's father again. I thought it was good that they brought him back for the last episode, for the funeral. And I don't know if this is negative or positive, but I thought we should have got like a Diamond funeral to go side by side, flipping from JP's funeral to Diamond's funeral. But the Power Universe only gives selected funerals. Not everybody gets one. So
I'm gonna put both those two together and said I had mixed feelings about seeing Herman, is his name, /Sonny, primarily because he meant nothing. He cried, had no dialogue, and then somehow he was too busy for the repass. And I'm like, your son that you raised by yourself, as baby mama pointed out, in the house that they're in, you're too busy to come to and then the dye job was killing me, like the hair and the mustache, and I'm like, somebody should have did him better than this.
It was not as bad as Jannard and Diamond's dad's dye job last season.
I cannot remember, but I will say I will let you have that one. But and then to your point of separate funerals, I would have wanted Diamond to have the funeral at the exact same time to explain why no one got shot out of JP's funeral. Because I was insulted as a person with a brain that Jannard and crew are sitting right across the street in front of the church. And not only do thugs come out and do nothing, fake ass police come out.
No, those are real police. Those are real police.
I'm saying that to say they were supposed to be Miguel's people, and Miguel has never had people in the police force, not a whole police squad, and none of them arrest a criminal across the street. I'm pretty sure Jannard has warrants. I'm pretty sure. And they actually purposely looked outside. They looked like they were like this. I saw like their eyes. They wanted to make sure they somehow didn't see the people standing in front of them. And I was like, this is insulting. And this means
whether
nothing.
Miguel has police on his payroll or not, Tommy is not the type. Tommy that we've known for the past 11 years of about 12 years now of the Power Universe, right? Is not the character to be like, even if I am on the brink of death, yeah, I need police protection.
But they tried to explain it. Anyway, it was stupid. But if they would have had Diamond's funeral at the same time, it would have made sense why they were not all together. And I would have took it far better. I would not have been as mad as I was. I was very disappointed with these finales. Okay. And Tommy going back to New York City is crazy. STARZ thinks we will accept any storyline, even if it doesn't. Yes, they do. 50 Cent believes that. They're right. On average, power shows are going to be all right. And it hurts me. Everything you say, I agree with. Like I was irritated as fuck. But anyway,
comic books where they reset after every book or something like that, or because there's no way you can go back to to New York. I know we'll save that for the legacy
We'll say that
conversation.
yeah, Jamani, we gotta stay focused, Jamani. All right, so all right, Kim. Another force moment or character that you thought was interesting or not, or that stuck with you.
Well, I mean, I was happy to see Herman, and I was happy that the actor was able to show emotion like that, because you would be like crying like that as your child is in a coffin, right? And I do believe that that actor has had a stroke, and so I wasn't expecting him to talk. Um, I don't remember him talking a lot when we saw him with JP either. I think he maybe said one or two words. So I think that may be why he wasn't speaking and didn't have a speaking role. And we don't know whether he was at the repast, because remember, all the people were in the kitchen or in the other side of the room. And I don't remember them saying, "Oh, Herman's not here."
They said that. The Kate,
They said, who said it?
Kate said what, like, where is he? And he said he was too emotional to make it. He
Oh,
was,
okay. Well,
you
okay.
know.
Okay.
But
I didn't remember that part. But it didn't, to me, it wasn't. If that's true, yeah, you might be too emotional to be sitting around, because people are just going to continuously come up to you. "I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry." You might not want to be bothered, right? I mean, it's an emotional moment. So, but I was happy that they actually included him in that moment, and I was glad that Kate had her moment. And then I the whole thing with Tommy and oh my gosh, what is his name?
D-Mac or
Tommy.
Jannard?
No, not with Jannard. What is the Moray's brother? Moray's
Oh,
brother. Miguel. Okay. With those two, it was for me, it was just too much of we love
Kumbaya.
Tommy
All of a
now.
sudden, yeah.
Kumbaya, all of a sudden, it was a lot of that, and I thought that was not. I know this is not positive, but I just thought it was so unrealistic. And then Tommy, we're going to talk about that later, but I just thought it was odd. And then Tariq and D-Mac talking to each other, that was okay. I thought that was okay, because they seem to be young men around the same age, or maybe D-Mac is a little younger than him or whatever. I thought that was cool. But can we talk about the fact that D-Mac went in that girl's house again and was yelling and screaming? I'm like, where are your parents? Like, I can't believe, David, you didn't say anything about that, because
I'm
you
waiting.
see him screaming in her. He never talks in a normal voice. He never talks like he's in a parent's house. He talks like he is in the street talking to some Negro, right? Just, he talks at her. He doesn't talk to her. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, is D-Mac going to continue to be this way? Or are we going to get a better D-Mac?
So I was trust me, I was irritated with the scene for first, let's do JP. So I like the fact that D-Mac had his moment, if you will. He's laying there with all the photos, and he has the gun, and he's trying to work through his feelings and this kind of stuff. And the moment, it actually reminded me of Jay Leto's Joker in Suicide Squad, because there's a scene where, like, they're coming down on him, and he's like surrounded by photos, and it's just like, it looks all erratic. And I don't know if they did that on purpose, but it looked very much like that scene. But it didn't go anywhere. As Jamani told me, and we can talk about that, he getting that. D-Mac's only purpose in life has been to kill Jannard. He killed my dad. He killed Marshall trying to get to Jannard. Like, and all of a sudden he's like, it's cool. Like, I'm just gonna stand here next to Shanti and Miguel, and somehow this is all okay. And people are speculating that he's gonna make it to New York City now, or if that happens. And I'm like, what? How is Jannard still alive? But anyway, fast forward to Genesis, and this, to me, this is what I'm saying. This all goes to the Genesis scene, right? They were stripping him of everything, right? They're like, your dad is dead. Mom just stopped showing up. Let's talk about the fact we, in 3 seasons, 30 episodes, never seen this woman, right? Like, I mean, like, he don't even mention her when he's like, daddy's dead. I guess I'm an orphan. No, you got a mama. You got a mama. But let's act like that don't happen. He pushed Genesis away because he's like, this is me. You gotta go, right? So I felt like it was same as Maria right? Like Maria sent herself away, but D-Mac pushed Genesis away, and that's really Genesis' fault to me at this point, because he has proven himself over and over again to be unhinged, untrustworthy, and a violent criminal. And some people just can't be like, well, maybe I don't need to be here. So I felt, and when he grabbed her, I was like, I thought of Tommy, and I was like, please don't have a Holly moment, like please don't have a Tasha moment, or like it's almost he was having like a Tasha moment, like, and I was like, they wanted us to see her finally understand that you made a bad decision, and you're lucky you can walk away from this, because Marshall couldn't, right? Like when he told you to leave him alone, you should have did it, and that's how I took it. Like this was the final straw to be like, D-Mac has nothing left in Chicago, so why is he still in Chicago? Like he should be able to go. What's up, Jamani?
You said there's nothing left for Chicago. I said Jannard.
But as we discussed in this episode, apparently he wasn't too worried about that.
I'm like, no. I'm like, if this was real, like,
it's not.
If it was written by good writers, it wouldn't have been something I also predicted, which is Tariq and D-Mac trading war stories about dead daddies or whatever. It would have been, all right, Jannard got away. How are we going to get him now? You know what I mean? As opposed to just sitting up at a bar, drinking and just chilling. Like, it would have been, what's the next plan?
I thought that they were going to get up behind Tommy's back and just get up and go kill Jannard on their own. Like when the other guys came in and was like, we with you, Tommy, I was like, oh, okay. So now Tariq and D-Mac are going to get up and go to kill Jannard because Jannard's alone. Nope, that didn't happen.
So this is where I was talking, Kim, we talked about this with his and hers, where we felt like it was two stories they were trying to shove together, right? And neither one of them makes sense if you try to put them together, right?
Right.
I feel that what we saw was up to, and I mean like 50, I watched the count, up to 55 minutes of the episode, which is about an average, power episode, was what season 3 finale was supposed to be, where Sang is now the top dog in the U.S. attorney's office. Right. It doesn't matter what are we doing. They wrap up Stacy, they wrap up her husband, push him off the side. Vic though comes back, right? Mm-hmm. Why is Vic back? Like, why are we doing this again, right? Because he teams up with Jannard, and it's like we're gonna go get Tommy, right? Like that was gonna be, if they would have got a season 4, that was gonna be his final fight. Like he has to deal with the 2 guys he met in the season 1, and I thought they were trying to wrap it up. And then once they felt like, no, we ain't getting another one, they just redid the last few minutes to be like, okay, now we gotta get Shanti okay and D-Mac okay, and now we just gotta put everything, because like Jannard is still alive and kicking. When they were having their final battle plan, and they said, okay, we gotta go get Jannard, but D-Mac took a step back. Like they showed right, and I was like, oh, he's about to go John Wick and be like, I got this shit. Like, and I thought, I just go in there, guns blazing, and kill Jannard, maybe a couple of guys, but somehow D-Mac was gonna be like, so anything else? Because I took care of that shit, because my daddy and everything. And like that didn't happen. So I was like, what are we doing? But I feel like a lot of problem was they didn't write a series finale. They wrote a season finale and they didn't have they had a lot of budget, so they just kind of added some stuff to kind of to tie up the loose ends that they thought were necessary. But Vic should not have come back if this was after episode 9. That should have been the end of him. And that would have been, what's up?
No, it's not even just that. Like you can't just write it off to that. It was problems all throughout the last few episodes of the season, because Kate confronts Maria and she's like, oh, you trying to leave my son, whatever. And in the beginning of this episode, no, I'm not going to do it. I changed my mind. And then you get halfway through the episode and she's sending them like some sort of Dear John letter or whatever the hell, which she does not mention Mexico, but it's understood that she's in Mexico.
Which is what you were like, you're going to Mexico. And we're like, that's crazy. I think Kim and I were like, that's crazy. Like, there are cartels there. But don't worry, the cartels are fine. Hold up. Sup, everybody. Dry finale. what does a wet finale look like? Tariq gaslit Tommy and D-Mac, just like Kanan manipulated Tariq in OG power. So
I think he did. I think that, and I really feel like I don't think Tariq is like really wants Tommy with him. I feel like he's luring him back to New York for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't trust Tariq at all. I think and Tommy being stupid. It's like, he loves Tariq, and I think that that's blinding him. Because why is he going back to New York? Everybody wants to kill him in New York. It doesn't even make sense.
So Jamani.
So okay, yeah, we're getting into that. Yeah, he did.
Oh, please tell me.
It doesn't make any sense for him to go back. He's supposed to be dead,
Yes.
right? And then he's gonna go back to. Is he gonna go back to do what he said he's gonna do, which is raise his family, and him play ghost, where I sell drugs on the outside, but when I go home, I'm a family man, like Ghost was. Is that what we're gonna get in Legacy, or is Tommy just gonna be, like a consigliere where Tariq, you go run the streets with D-Mac, and you just come to me, at some point in every episode, and I just give you some sort of advice, or I tell you what to do, because that's what Tommy does in Force, at least, is just tell everybody what to do.
Okay, so can we hear each other now?
Yes.
Okay. So, crowd, I don't know what you heard. I didn't hear anything, Jamani. I just heard your mouth moving. So I saw your mouth moving. So.
Yeah. Oh, I heard Jamani.
Okay, so
I didn't hear you. You were just mouthing, and I couldn't hear you. And then I could hear Jamani.
That's it. Okay, so I hope you said something.
That's weird.
It's all kind of weird because I cannot hear anything. So sorry. That being said, so Tariq. Anyway, Tariq manipulating Tommy. I thought it was weird how they used suspense. Did y'all say that they used suspenseful music when D-Mac told him Tommy has a girl and he's having a baby? And I'm like, why is that suspenseful? It was like da-da, da-da. I'm like, is Tariq hearing something he's not happy with? And he's gonna be like, that didn't make any sense to me. Like, why are they doing that? And then I think the original ending, I think Tariq was always intended to come, even if they were going to do a 4th season, because Tommy made so many trips to book 2 that he was going to be like, hey, Tommy, if you need anything else, I got you. And then he was going to go back. But then they were like, we got to set, this is over. So we got to get Tommy over there. And we talked about it. They should have went to somewhere else, Atlanta, Miami, somewhere that's cheap to shoot or whatever. But you don't go back to the place where everybody wants to kill you. Unless Tariq ultimately kills Tommy the way Tommy and Ghost killed Breeze. I'm kind of, if this goes that direction, I'm kind of hoping that life repeats itself, right? Because they made a big deal about Tariq making a big deal about how did you kill Breeze, and he's like, well, and what did he say? He pushed pushed my hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, he forced my hand. That's what he said.
He forced my hand. Yeah.
And he kept on. He's like, don't force my hand, son. Right. And what do we hear? Well, how did Tommy put it? When 2 people want a top spot, they'll do anything to do it. Right. Like, that's just the game. Right. So we may be in a point where Tommy is like, hey, Tariq, whatever you're trying to do, I'm not trying to hear that. And Tariq is like, well, I guess you got to go, bro. And maybe that's what. But
that doesn't make sense either, because Tommy right now is at the tippity top in Chicago. Everybody has forgiven Tommy. He's got CBI, he's got Shanti. Everybody's following his lead, right? So he's got what Ghost had, right? Like, he's the man. So you're gonna go to New York where people want you dead. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense for Tommy, but I think what they're gonna write is that somehow time is skipped enough that everyone's graduated from Stansfield, and Braden and Effie are gone, and it's just Tariq. And now he's stuck with a business that he don't have any support. And he's like, I need Tommy. Like, I need someone that I can trust, that I can tell what to do. and that's Tommy. Tommy is not the brains. Like Ghost was the brains, and Tariq is going to be the brains. And he needs someone who could do the street life because Tariq cannot do street life, right? Like that. Braden was better at it than he was. But
I'm like, you're gonna say you can't say that because you're gonna say Tariq isn't about street life, but Tommy calls him to save his life when he's in a gun battle.
That is plot convenience, and we all know it.
Absolutely, because that didn't even make any damn sense. I was like, what?
There's no
of all the people you call Tariq.
Who do you call Kim? If he could call anybody, who?
Two-Bit.
He calls Two-Bit.
I would have called Two-Bit in a heartbeat. I would have been Two-Bit. Look, and we haven't talked in a minute, but look.
Hey, I need you. You don't call the kid you almost threw off a roof. That is plot convenience because Tariq is almost the. But anyway, hold up. I loved it when the rest of CBI came in and Miguel was sitting on the couch. That was so hilarious. I'm like, I know they didn't want us to take that seriously. That shit was silly. Tariq didn't shoot an unarmed man this time. I had to let that go. Like Tommy in the series finale. No, yeah, in his episode series finale of book 1, he took out 7 dudes by himself as they were shooting him in an ambush, and he was like, I still gotta go see my brother, right? But all of a sudden he's like, I don't know how bullets work and I can't shoot, and Tariq just comes in and it's like, what?
Okay, but we all know that Tariq can't shoot, right? So
right.
I love that they showed him from here up. They did not show the gun. They did not show him shooting the gun. Because we all know that Michael Rainey Jr. is not the dude to pretend to hold a gun or shoot a gun. He's just not that person.
Yeah. It was a one-shot kill, and I'm like, they've learned their lesson because was it the season 3 finale of Ghost when they just turned off the lights when the shooting started?
Braden would have did better because Braden.
For sure.
I mean, Ortega was supposed to be a boss. He was sitting like another soldier on Chase track. That was so stupid. Like I felt if that should have been Jannard in that moment. It should have been you need to kill Jannard and clear the way. And now you got CBI and the whole crew. I didn't give a fuck about Ortega from the get-go. So I don't know why they did any of that.
No, I told you it was to make Mexico, able for Maria to roam or whatever through there because it was like there's a cartel war. Oh, now all of a sudden you blinked your eye and now there's a truce and we're all one.
What happened to Barcelona? This episode felt more like a season exactly. It was most. I agree with you. I feel like it was mostly a season finale, but wrapping up Shanti felt like a series finale because I don't need to see her anymore. I don't know like. She's like I said, she's where she needs to be. And I was like, so and then Vic and Ortega were, I mean, like I said, Vic and Jannard are definitely something else that they thought they were going to get into for some reason. But I
agree with you that I think that Vic and Jannard being together, that was if the show was going to continue. So they were going to continue to try to kill Tommy or mess up his business or whatever. But they should have taken that scene out. They should have just left Vic drunk and high or whatever, and he's unhappy. Yeah, and and that's it. And just leave him where he's at. And then Jannard would get back on drugs, and he just be a crackhead in the street, right?
He should have went the way of Franklin Saint because with Vic, I love, and I told Jamani, I love the fact that you don't have to kill him if everything is taken from him, right? Brother's gone, crew is gone, all he has is himself and his guilt and his regret, and he goes back to he's like, this is all I am, and he falls off the wagon. And if D-Max sees him as a drug addict on the street, he's like, he's gonna kill himself. Like I don't even have to do it. And
that's BMF season 2 when they just like they gave him the crack and it was like, all right, just walk the streets now. But I found this episode amongst a lot of these episodes to just be disrespectful to drug addicts, right? They'll put the warning at the beginning. They're smoking in this episode, and then they'll have Jannard and whoever else mainlining heroin and stuff. I'm like, okay, but how is it that you just look at a picture and just like, nah, I kicked it again? Like, how many times? How easy is it for you to get the habit and then kick the habit? It's just like, I don't need rehab. I just need to sit with a picture, and I'm cured.
But and also too, okay, with the pictures, right? I understand that they were using the pictures like as symbolism, but literally, who takes pictures? Like, who goes and gets pictures developed anymore, unless you're a photographer? I was like, everybody's pictures are in their phone. They're on Amazon. They're on Google Photo. Like, nobody is really printing out photos. Like, most people have like some type of electronic,
yes,
that shows your pictures like through like a computer or a laptop or so. You know what I mean? So I was like, why does D-Mac have all these little pictures of it? Now, if they would have been pictures of him as a child, that would have made sense to me, right? Because your mom took pictures of you, and in that era, yes, everybody was taking pictures still, right? But nobody's taking pictures. So I was like, why is there all these pictures, these symbolism of pictures? I was like, this is not true to life, for like this life right now.
I felt, Kim, I said those exact words when Stacy's husband, after using his iPhone to take photos of Sang, right? He goes to Walmart and gets an 8x10 photo to be like, look, you are a criminal. I was like, somehow I got a warrant. I pulled your financials, but no one knows but me. Just you, right? You're the only one that knows I got ties to this cartel, right? Yeah. Let's go meet in a boiler room tomorrow and we'll take care of all of this. Okay. I was like, this is the dumbest shit. Like,
that was dumb.
He should have been just found dead. He should have just been found dead. Like, this is insulting. Like, come on, bro.
And the code word is wife. I'm like, how does that come up in just conversation of drug?
Hey, did you murder?
He did it though.
Did you murder my wife? You know, I said wife, right? I was like, why are we doing any of this shit? Like,
please don't kill my wife. I was like, what? Like, Tommy doesn't even know you have a wife. Like, what are we doing here?
Know you, bro. How do I know you got a wife? Like, who are you talking to?
Yeah.
Anyway, Power Book 3 again. When he got shot in the head, I was like, I seen this. I was like, where's Raquel? Where's Raquel? I seen this shit before. I was like, damn. Anyway, Tariq and crew coming in like the Avengers. Yeah, absolutely. When Tommy was on the ground and somehow he finally ran out of bullets, I'm like, enter Tariq. I was like, that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, me too. I said the same thing. I was like, Tariq is behind him. Yeah.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, it should have been D-Mac. This is where Jannard has to drop on Tommy and D-Mac kills him. And we are done. Like, we're done with that storyline. We don't need a big speech and that kind of shit. We just need to know that D-Mac is that dude and he saved his uncle. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know why I'm doing quotes. He actually is his real uncle. Like, he saved his uncle from the guy who killed his brother. That is perfect. And we can just move on. You know what I'm saying? And again, we don't need a whole lot of hoopla. Miguel was useless, so Smurf ain't a snitch for jumping ship this episode, but would have been last episode when Tommy ran up. The guy he made a deal with, I guess the guy he was like, yo, it's not
no, that's not Smurf. Smurf is
the chubby guy.
The big
guy. The one from BMF. The one that's in BMF.
Yeah, the one that Diamond embarrassed. If I remember correctly, he was like, "You like Diamond."
Yeah. Correct.
I was like, "Did Diamond make you look like an asshole?" This episode was a pilot for Legacy, basically, not true finale. To that point, we
don't even know if Legacy is happening for real, because even Gary Lennon in his interviews, he's like, they have no one has told them that this is absolutely going to happen. They said that the writers' room was opened, but that was in June. No one has said anything since then. And Tommy said him and Gary have no idea at this time what is happening with Legacy. So with that said, Gary did say that he did on purpose. He left a lot of things open, like a lot of questions and what's going to happen here and what's going to happen to this part. He said he did that on purpose. I don't know why you would do that, but okay. So we'll see what happens.
But
so
that's what I was saying. Why they would leave the storylines open, because you don't know which characters you might want to migrate over to the new show.
Yeah, and then exactly, and then also too, him and Tommy, Gary and Tommy have. I mean, I'm sorry, Gary and
Joseph Sikora.
Joseph have actually written a movie for Tommy. So it's gonna be between the movie and Legacy, which one actually comes out.
No, they said that the movie is how they wrap up Tommy as a character if he dies or
at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. So that can still happen after Legacy.
It could, but if they don't pick up Legacy,
then
that movie might be the only thing coming out.
If they can't pull off a TV show, they're not getting a cinematic movie. Like
not a movie theater movie, but like a STARZ movie.
No, it's gonna be like a STARZ movie or something.
He said theater. Like I saw that in the little title. Like
he said that. Oh, I didn't realize it was theatrical.
Like a movie, and I'm like, that's not happening. And STARZ don't do movies. Like they're not that kind of like Prime or Netflix. Like it's TV shows. You know what I'm saying? So
Lionsgate. The
Lionsgate's no longer with STARZ.
Yeah.
But I know that Joseph Sikora said that him and 50 Cent are doing this other, nothing to do with the Power Universe TV show, and it's going to be with STARZ and Lionsgate or whatever.
So I mean,
this week. So
I mean, it could again. We do have a lot in the future of what could be. This episode was like a pilot. All right, we got the. It seems like they just rushed through this meaningless story episode. They were trying to wrap up a lot of things. And my question was, why wasn't D-Mac on the roof? Because I started to agree with y'all when you were like, the legacy is not Tommy and Tariq, but rather D-Mac and Tariq, as they represent the next generation in their bloodlines, if you will. So I expected at a minimum to have D-Mac next to Tariq and like Tommy in the back, like the three of them talking. Because again, they put a lot of effort to include this episode into D-Mac's arc of I am a 100% full-in criminal. I don't have a family. I don't have a girl. All I have is my Uncle Tommy and the game. And like he's just standing there with no dialogue behind Shanti and next to Miguel. And I'm like, is he staying in Chicago? Because if he is, that's something. He's like, this is my home. Like I'm gonna build this for you, Tommy, or something.
Now, what about if D-Mac actually is the one who kills Tommy? Like at the end of Tommy, at the end of it all, it's not gonna be Tariq. It's gonna be D-Mac, his nephew. Yeah,
I would see that more than Tariq, definitely, because he already killed Marshall.
Yes, right. Like that, and then that would make those two men one and the same. To be like, because he's like, yeah, I heard your dad was gone too. Yeah, how'd you get? I don't want to talk about that. I mean, I killed mine, but that's different. Anyway, yours got killed by somebody else. I mean, that makes it a whole lot easier, doesn't it? It makes it easier to sleep at night. I knew Ortega was going to die because all these dudes on the show that get out of prison get killed in 2 days. Like it was real quick. It was real quick. Sending Shanti to talk to Jannar should have ended her getting popped. Yeah. So what I liked about that was, dare I say, it was realistic that neither character believed the other was telling the truth. And I'm like, but you're right though. Like that, if they wanted to lend her on top, and I prefer that. Like, but yeah, I think if dare I say real life, he definitely would have killed her. Like, there ain't no way in the world he would have.
Sure.
Yeah, or held her hostage so Tommy would come get her. Let's see how much your white savior is gonna sacrifice for you, and see how that works out. And that would have been interesting. I agreed. This episode was a backdoor pilot for Legacy. Tommy is wanted in New York City. Go if he shows up, Blanca will be in episode 2. Like you can't have Tommy without Blanca. And that's gonna be hilarious. And then,
but the thing is that I mean, he could be in New York without people knowing he's in New York, because New York is big enough where he could hide in New York, but he wants to be a drug dealer and he wants to be a top drug dealer, so that's not gonna work for him. So it doesn't make any sense. He can even go to Jersey if you know what I'm saying. He go to New Jersey, something like that. Yeah.
Just go across the water. So like you just go across the street so you don't get caught. But again, Blanca was supposed to be coming to to Chicago like
She
2
was.
seasons ago
She
in
was.
Ghost, and that never went anywhere.
Yeah.
They loved they just love to show the way to have he not a love interest. That was that's right. So Cynthia was her name. I think we got her name. It's ironic that Shanti wanted to serve up D-Mac. However, Shanti saved D-Mac life, and D-Mac saved Shanti's life when she got shot. Thank you for that kind of wrap up. Also, Tommy, let's talk about how many would-be assassins bring knives to gunfights. Like, who thinks at this point you can walk up to Tommy Egan, because they say his whole legal name, with a knife and you're walking away from that situation? Like, that was so stupid. And why would anyone be out there killing for Vic when he killed the other dude, the other Irish dude? And I'm like, are we also, did either one of you think after Tommy said, I'm going to kill you, like he's on the phone with Vic and he's like, I'm going to find you, when, Jannar should be dead at this point. But when Vic is just sitting, he don't even make it back to Chicago because Tommy goes and finds him and kills him, at least him, before the series is over.
That's what it should have been.
At least him. Like, I mean, Jannard has death. Jannard, like, has earned his place where, like, he needs a Dre type death. But, like, Vic is nothing. Like, we should have Cynthia was Miguel's love interest. Like I said the other day, they're gonna go back to New York. I know I argue with that. I think Jemani said that. I argue with that. I was like, they're not just gonna go back to New York.
Because it doesn't make any kind of sense for him to go back to New York. You got the cops who want you, you have other gangs that want you. It doesn't make sense. Who are you gonna? And then the thing is that, okay, so even if he slays low and he allows Tariq and D-Mac to be his voice, right?
Yeah.
They're still gonna find out it's Tommy. Like, he can't hide. And he was talking about, oh, I want to have Maria and my baby see where I grow up. Excuse me, sir. Where you grew up is horrible. Okay, it's not the best place. Why would you even want your child near where you grew up? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I'm like, they have to figure out how to make this make sense. Him going to New York has to be a mistake by somebody, or it's a misdirection. Maybe it's a misdirection.
So remember,
so let me just address the slander towards Queens real quick. All right, if you don't let your if you don't show your child where you grew up, somebody else will. I.e. Tariq and Slim.
So
okay, no, it's not slander. I'm not saying slander. What I'm saying is, if you go, okay, look, I didn't grow up in a bad part of the Bronx, but there are some people who did grow up in a bad part of the Bronx. Now, you bring your child there. This is what mommy grew up in. This is the house we grew up in, and we're out. I did that with my kids, even though I didn't, like I said, didn't grow up in a bad part of the Bronx. They did see the bad part of the Bronx, but we were in a car. This is the bad part. Let's keep going. But what I'm saying is that Tommy still, it's just who Tommy is, right? He's proud of where he grew up. That's just who he is. But why would you go there knowing people want to kill you there too? Like, would you bring your kid somewhere where people want to kill you? No. So that makes sense.
Hold up, let me find the comment so people know I'm acknowledging it. Somebody said he should go to Mexico. If his family went to Mexico instead of Barcelona, then he should be in Mexico, and that's somewhere new at least. You know what I'm saying? And then some people thought, well, Genesis was supposed to be going to Atlanta to go to school, so then D-Mac would go. Hey, how you doing? Herman's presence was definitely missed, and then I said Atlanta. Like I just thought that would be at least a new location, so it feels like a new show. Because once you go back to New York City, you got to talk about Diana at a minimum. If Effie and Braden again went their own separate ways and they're doing their own thing, Diana is holding down the Tejada Empire by herself, which means she's gonna be in Legacy. Like, she needs to be, or it doesn't make a lot of sense.
And it's gonna be not necessarily Godfather of Harlem, but you have the whole mafia after Tommy.
Yeah, and we talked about if Elisa in order should be Paz.
He's 19.
Paz should want to kill Tommy. Elisa Marie should want to kill Tommy. You know what I'm saying? And then her auntie to an extent. And I'm saying, and then you got pretty much all the other gangs. But Paz and Lisa Marie, like those two right there, that's personal. That's very. I want, if D-Mac doesn't show up, I want Cash to be part of their crew. Like I want Cash to somehow be like, hey, uncle, daddy, or whatever, like I'm a criminal too, just like my daddy. Since my mama's dead, let's see what you can do for me. That would be hilarious. It would be sad, but also still hilarious. As a Chicagoan, popping a funeral up is death something that goes on there. Again, not saying it's not a thing. And just say something should have happened. Something should have happened, and not that Irish bullshit. Like Jannard should have tried something and made it more substantive. Because I was like, I forgot who that guy was when Terry got pushed into the open grave by Detective Brian. I hollered. That made that substantive. JP's dad didn't want to be around them. It's their fault. His son is dead. They didn't want to arrest Jannard. Tommy wants to get him on his own. But none of that happened. Like if Herman would have went to the gravesite and Jemani brought it, like I see the funeral, like you said, I don't want to be around them, but he goes to the gravesite and maybe D-Mac comes to see something personal with his dad and Herman's there, would have been cool. Or if he does have some kind of stroke or something, that could have been off camera. Like he stopped by, he couldn't come, he wanted to, like something. It was. I just feel bad he's not in the Chi anymore. I tell you, Power Universe thinks their fans don't have common sense. I think 50 Cent feels that. I feel like 50 Cent is like, whatever I put up to these people, they're gonna watch one way or the other. And we're sitting up here talking about it, so he's not too far off. But we deserve better. Like Courtney Kemp should know we deserve better. That's what I'm saying. I depend on Courtney to give us something that's
well. She's writing Origins right now, so
let's see that. Let's see. And where's Nemesis? Damn it! Like
I knew it. I knew as soon as I heard that you were gonna say where's Nemesis.
Damn it, Courtney.
Everybody talks about something being a tax write-off. Nemesis is a tax write-off for Netflix. They're gonna merge with HBO, and it's just gonna get lost, and it's gonna fall through the cracks. Sorry.
Oh, that would be so.
That would be sad. But it could happen. That could happen for sure.
Let's see. Tariq and D-Mac and Kane would be fire.
I could see that.
Yeah.
But Kane would still be so disrespectful to Spring.
Yeah, like you need a clear leader, and I don't think D-Mac is mature enough to listen to anyone but Tommy. Like he and Tariq would fight, and D-Mac.
And so Kane. I think him and Kane would fight because they're both trying to be. Kane is a hothead, and D-Mac is a hothead. Yeah.
D-Mac is. I mean, I don't say T-Mac is a leader. I'm just saying, but he doesn't want to be told what to do. This is a little bit different. Like he's not the plan maker. Like Tariq is the strategist. Like he's not. They make him a fake ass killer every once in a while, but he really ain't about that street life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what he had Braden and crew for. But I think D-Mac would be a good henchman. Like I feel like Tariq, he'd be like, as long as he's respected, he got money in his pocket, he feels like he's a thug, and Tariq would
be Tommy. He's like Ghost in Time. He would be the Tommy of the situation. Yes.
He would be like D-Mac. This is what you need to do, and he'd just be so happy to be respected as a criminal. Like he wouldn't even think about like the bigger implications. Like Tariq would be like, I got that. Like don't worry about the big picture. That's what I'm here for. D-Mac got issues. But they showed you why he has issues. You know what I'm saying? Besides his mama just not being around, sad to say. But I mean, dad's murdered, you know what I'm saying? You shot, you know what I'm saying? Like he's gone through some shit. And it's like you can see why he's crazy as he is. And his transformation makes far more sense than Tariq's. Like that was my biggest problem with Tariq.
He had a transition in the past 2 episodes since his father died, but he was crazy for 2.5 seasons before that. So it's like this is just the cherry on top.
So hold up. Why every power show got a gay gangster? Who's a gay gangster in this show?
Yeah, because JP was absolutely. Even Tommy said my brother was a musician who owned a bar. He was like my brother was not any kind of gangster.
Yeah.
I don't know who's the gay gangster.
I don't know. He wasn't even that gay. I mean, let's be real. He
really wasn't. He was just a man.
I mean, we said, why the fuck was that even a thing? Like it didn't mean anything at any point.
For representation, that's all it was. Just representation.
That's what the gay gangster in Raising Kanan, unless you're talking about Kanan's dad, which we never even saw. So it was just
Yeah.
Yeah, but they said it. So so they let us in on the fact that he was.
It's well, I mean, Jukebox is a lesbian. I mean, by character, and supposed to be the bigger killer than Kanan.
The gay gangster's Manny Fresh. That's the gay gangster.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
How did Manny Fresh get less screen time in this show than she did in The Shy? Like, I was like, God damn, like she gets no respect. You know what I'm saying? But I told Jemani this. If they wanted an original Power spinoff, I would watch Shanti and D-Mac. I would watch Shanti and D-Mac trying to keep Chicago together.
Yeah, I would watch Manny Fresh with them. Why not? Why not have Manny Fresh too?
Like, that would be a great show. Like, that would be an absolute. And I'm like, I don't David, irritated. Look, I told you I'm not irritated with every scene. Y'all act like y'all make me do this. I told you I didn't want to be like this. D-Mac grabbed her. Yeah, I was like, we about to do it. I was like,
that's what I'm saying. Where's dad? Where's mom? Where's somebody coming down the stairs in their bathrobe? Like, who is this young man yelling in my house?
Wait. Where's Marshall's mama, who came home after her third shift to find her poor son's brains all over the fucking refrigerator that we never saw? Like, never got anything after that. Like, okay, if Herman would have killed Jannard in like The Wire style, because no one would have saw that coming, that would be something. Like, if they could somehow, like, we would be like, what? Like, if Kate would have did it. If Kate would have did it, that would have been awesome.
That would have been like The Wire. That would have been like New Jack City.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I get you. Tariq seemed annoyed when talking to D. He always seems annoyed. Like, he just seems like I feel like he went there to help Tommy. I think he needs Tommy because, again, his crew is gone off camera if they do Legacy. And he was like, what the fuck? Like, I think he just always is like he's always scheming. He's always scheming. And he never looks happy. I've never seen the boy look happy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he killed his daddy. Like, he tried to kill Tommy. Let's remember that. Like, the night he killed his dad, he got Tommy hemmed up too. Okay, like, he had no problem letting Tommy go down. So Tariq ain't shit. Okay, and Tommy needs to remember that. Like, he really needs to remember. He cannot trust Tariq, because it comes down between Tariq and Tommy. Tariq is gonna pick himself time and time again. He ain't taking a bullet for nobody. Yeah. Absolutely nobody.
And the only time I've actually seen Tariq happy is that one episode when they gave him a car, and I think that was season 4 of Ghost.
Oh, when he had the sports car and he put Effie in there and was treating her like trash. Yeah.
Yo, I mean, I'm sorry. There's a lot of young Black women in these spinoffs with low self-esteem. Like, I'm like, why do they make these characters like that?
But it's true to life, because it's true to life.
But it hurts. It's like, it hurts me time and time again about how these women, like, Tariq didn't do shit for those women, and all of them were dropping the draws and dropping money. And I'm like, for Tariq, like, no. And then D-Mac is like, bitch,
look at Genesis. Genesis is with D-Mac. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Even Genesis, even Shanti, like, like, time and time again, these street niggas get women that will stick by them through thick and thin. It's like, the worse you treat them, the more they're committed. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. I swear to God, I thought Genesis was going to be like, but what about that? I reminded myself, if I had to watch Maria rub her athletically flat stomach one more fucking time.
There's still a baby in there, David. It's still a baby in there.
Get the fuck. I'm like, stop it. Give me a bump. Give me a jacket. Give me something. But she's like, I can feel my ribs, but I can also feel the baby. I was like, what the fuck? Like, we get it. You took 5 pregnancy tests. We get it. Like, you are pregnant. Stop with that stupid shit. But then you got the onesie. I was like, just hold the onesie. Just walk around with the onesie. Like, I'm like, oh, you pregnant? I'm sorry. I'm like, man,
you know what?
Mad.
No, when women say that they can tell another woman is pregnant, it's because they do shit like that. It's like, Why
No, 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 no,
why
no, no,
you
no,
letting
no,
us
no,
speak like
no.
Winnie the Pooh all the time?
Jamani, the reason why women can tell is because what happens when you get pregnant, your hormones start to lose their damn mind. And what happens, your breasts start to get bigger, right? They fill up, and then your face starts to fill out a little bit more. And then like your sides start to get a little, because everything is changed. Your body is getting ready for a child. So everything has to spread and move wider. So that's why women can look at another woman and say, "Oh, she's pregnant," because we go through this all the time. Like we see it all the
Yeah,
time. Men don't pay attention to stuff like that. They just don't.
I've sort of got like that. I was like, she's at the funeral and she's like, my son, I'm sorry. And she's like, I'm like, why are we doing this shit again? It reminded me of Stranger Things and Will being gay. I'm like, God damn it. We know you gay and we know you pregnant. We don't need to keep on talking about this shit. Like, I get it. Like, shut the fuck up and let's move on to another storyline. She should have quit her job. I guess she doesn't come to work. I guess where's her last check going to?
I believe she quit her job after she shot the guy in the parking lot.
And ran him over, and that never came back. Did we see? No, we did not see his biological mama, which made me mad when I saw all those pictures because fuck you, your mom raised you, so you shouldn't have that many pictures of you and your daddy because you were
exactly. It's where is the mom that I was looking for? I stopped it and was looking to see if they showed like a mom, and I was like, gotta be a mom in here somewhere. There was no mom. And but we didn't see the mom ever anyway. Remember, when he first got to the show, we've never actually seen her. So I was thinking, wait a minute, this is her ex-husband, right? She's got D-Mac. She's got to be there to support D-Mac through this traumatic phase in his life, right?
Yeah.
No, they didn't even bring anybody in to just be this boy's mom for 5 seconds.
I would have took his mother, bringing in Herman, because he moved in with her after all shit went bad, and
that would have been better too.
And then he can't speak, but she speaks for him, right? Type of thing, right? And then we get the mom trying to be like, son, come home. I'm sorry about your dad. And then he pushes her away. Like, I don't want my mama. This man is my uncle, my family. Give me something after we're gonna wrap this shit up. And then I would have been like, okay, at least she exists. We know she actually exists, right? You lied to me. You told me my dad didn't want me because he was gay or whatever the fuck. And we can get that. And that was like his driving force when we met him. If you get it, force. Anyway.
So we could have had that.
We wouldn't have had any time to see Vic on the run for no apparent reason. Like, there was just nonsense in this episode that went nowhere that could have been taken out. You could have just cut it. Like, this episode might have probably been the longest forced episode that there was. It was like over an hour long. You could have cut a lot of these scenes. And
they could have taken Genesis' whole thing out. They could have taken Genesis' whole thing out and just had the mama scene. Had him go see his mom.
Yes.
And something like that. That they could have taken that whole scene out because it's just unnecessary that this girl is continuously being mentally abused by this boy. And everybody's sitting around acting like this is normal. It's not normal. Like, so where's mommy? Yeah.
And we talk like just these grown people, these children running around these houses. Like I said, where's the parents? D-Mac, calm down, because Tommy said he needs him to take care of Maria and his kid if something happened to him. I do remember like he's making him feel like, again, like he has family, which worked if he didn't have family, but he does. He was shaking some sense into her.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Seemed to me like mental abuse to me, but okay. I mean,
but the same thing with Genesis over and over again. It's repetitive. He already told her, you go to school, here's money for school. And that should have been the end of her. Like Kim said, that should have been the end of her. The Vic should not. I cannot believe a true husband and wife have so much lack of chemistry that I hate looking at them. Like, when I see Vic with his actual wife in this show, I'm like, kill both of them now. Like, I'm like, what? Neither one of you make any sense. And then Jemima and I were talking about this. Who's paying for all this shit? Because it's not the government. because he said, you have nothing on me. So he's on his own with his girlfriend who's paying for the private jet and the fucking villa that they're
But
living
Vic
in.
has money. Remember, Vic. Okay, when Claudia died, remember Vic actually inherited everything. So and he gave stuff to Claudia. Remember?
Yeah.
So Vic has money from his dad.
Okay, so if he's not, if he, it's okay. We figured out the financials, right? Either he has the money or she has the money, whatever, right?
She doesn't have the money. She was working for a campaign. No.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean her family couldn't come from money or something. Regardless, right?
Regardless.
Their plans are to go and live in some other country where there's no extradition so that she can write a book so she can become famous. That's what people write books for. And he has a new name. I forgot the name that she said that you are now blah, blah, blah. Jason. So who gave them this new identity? Like, where did they get this new identity from? And now they want to become famous after the new identity.
I was okay with that, but what was ironic to me, and I told you mine this, was the bar. Hey, baby, when we open a bar, open a bar. Vic, you remember what happened to the last girl that you loved that had a bar? It didn't work out for that bitch. Like, why are you doing this again? Like, you were trying to run away with your girlfriend with the bar, and that girl ended up dead. And I'm like, so you might want to let the new girl down or just try something new. Like, bars aren't for you, and women with bars aren't for you. Like, just like Holly. So for the record, I want to say this because I know I saw a lot of this in the comments on the last video. I was wrong. Force acknowledged Keisha. Acknowledge Keisha. I heard you. People like 4 or 5 comments. David, Keisha was in there. Keisha was in there. It was Keisha. No one acknowledged Holly. No one brought up Holly. Okay, except for Ghost that came to talk to Tommy. So Maria has no idea that her baby daddy, this ain't his first time, and it didn't work out for the first one, which is what Kate should have said something to the point of, hey, you don't want to run away. My son doesn't take abandonment very well. Like, but then he was like, it's cool. Like, who is this Tommy who's like, my girl just left me and took our baby, but I understand. I love her so much. I'll find her one day. I was like, what the fuck? Also, who writes a letter in 2020 something? That's what text messages are for. When I watch an episode where everybody does this bullshit, you have no idea how much I want to punch the screen every time I see somebody take a dead person's face and go. But
oh my God, how many times did they do that in this episode? I was like,
at least 2, probably 3 times. At least 2, probably 3 times.
It was ridiculous.
Like, I was Kim. I was like, but then, cop goes to Walmart, gets an 8x10, and it's like, here's a photo. Maria says, I'm gonna write a letter because I can't just text this motherfucker or wait till I get to said location and talk to this man and be like, hey, baby, I took our baby, so we good, right? And he goes, when I find you, I'm going to kill you because I don't take abandonment very well.
But didn't she just tell Kate, I changed my mind?
That's what
I'm not leaving. So did the edit, somebody edited wrong? Like, what happened here?
They were like, fuck all that. just like Will. I'm like, why do you do this shit? To be like, nah, I was just kidding. And again, he doesn't tell Kate, Mama, Maria left. She left. She told me she wouldn't.
Well, Kate is gone by this point.
When he talks to his mother, that's going to happen at some point. And she's like, hey, how's Maria? She left. What do you mean she left? She left me a note. She told me she wasn't going to leave. What do you mean she told you? I saw her buying a plane ticket and I talked to her about it. Oh, really? Yeah. And you didn't tell me. Nah, I figured y'all work it out. Let me write that down. Like, let me get to, like, the Tommy we knew would have had a whole bunch of anger about this stuff and would not have expressed himself very well. So I'm saying it's like he's better now. Like, he's no longer on drugs. They make it very clear he don't do drugs anymore. Like, he's clean, like just like Kate, and he's gotten better. And I'm like, is this the Tommy that we want to see? A happy, stable Tommy? Is that a fun show to watch? I don't know.
Well, what did Courtney always say? Courtney says once they start stabilizing these people, right? And they start doing what they should be doing, they're gonna die, and we're not ready for Tommy to die yet. So
That's true, but you can't have. I've never seen a lead character be a drug user, even in like your anti-heroes, like a Tony Soprano or Walter White. You never
Tony
see
Soprano was an alcoholic.
Well, no, he talking like hard drug, like hard illegal drugs.
Oh, okay.
But I will submit House. House was a lead.
Oh
character.
yeah, he was absolutely a drug addict.
And Nurse Jackie. Didn't watch that show, but same
it was such a good show.
It was such a good show though, but same concept. Like they have something that they're working on. You know what I'm saying? But to your point, it's hard to function on cocaine when you're the main character. See, Ghost was like the stable character, so it was okay for Tommy to be a cocaine head because Ghost made all the big decisions. You know, hence why Tommy shot like half his crew because he wasn't stable. You know what I'm saying? The old time he smoked his dad for snitching, smoked Spanky at the end of season 6 for snitching. So yeah, like the old Tommy would have killed Shanti once he found out that her plan was to kill him all along. Like he would have took care of that. You know what I'm saying? But he never found out. They found out the show was canceled around episode 4. See, that's what we were suspecting, and they started like shaping it to kind of get it there because things started changing like very, very quickly. They knew that this was the last season. Originally, the actor who plays Tommy said that they knew before filming this season. Then they did not do a good job. If this whole season was designed to end this series, this was a terrible finale. Like I was gonna put that out there. This was how they intended it to go,
and it doesn't even match up. Like all of it doesn't match up. So
it don't even match itself. Like forget other. What's up, Joanne?
I'm like, I don't know about before the season started, but I know by the half point they knew that it was dead in the water, and that was why they like, all right, we got to get Claudia out of jail because Tommy has to kill Claudia for Liliana. And 1 minute, let me just say the biggest peeve probably of this episode is Shanti reminds me of Liliana. No, she would remind you of Jukebox.
So Jamani and I talked about this, and I disagree. I say Liliana because I think he was referring to her being faithful and a good leader, which Liliana was. Jukebox was.
Who the hell did Liliana lead?
Liliana was like his go-to, like when he needed something done, like she was that one. So at least loyalty.
Yeah, she was his go-to, but she didn't lead a crew like how
Shanti does. Let's say loyalty, but again, he didn't know Shanti originally wanted to kill him. Okay, so but that's what he was going for. Jukebox was a ruthless, backstabbing killer. Like Ghost whispered her name. Like that's a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? And so like that's not the Jukebox we know, the original recipe Jukebox. That's not Shanti or Liliana. But I still submit Liliana as the character she was wrong. It shouldn't have been Liliana. It should have been someone that he met in Force, like a new character. But they wanted some kind of tie from book 1, and I get that. But it didn't make a lot of sense to me. Kim, what's up? I saw your question. You got thoughts?
No, I mean, no. To me, Liliana was his ride or die. At the end of her life, she was there. She would anything that he needed done, she got it done for him. So, I would say she's more of a match with Shanti, because Shanti was like that too. She's been doing whatever Tommy asked her to do. She's been riding and dying for Tommy. Now she did want to kill him. But I mean, there was a point when Tommy wanted to kill Liliana. Like, remember that? And he really wanted her dead. Like, actually, somebody actually showed that scene the other day where he was talking to Ghost, and Ghost was the one who said, "Do not kill her." But Tommy was like, "This bitch is coming back. I'm telling you." And yep, he wanted to kill her. Yeah,
he was playing the video game, and he was because they were trying. Well, one again, she was a peon in this process.
Yeah.
And that's why I was trying when this show started, and I was like, Liliana does not even know who these men are. There's no way that she saw him on the street. It was like, oh, Tommy. And I was like, no, because they made a point. They made a point to be like, they are peons. And he was like, peon got arrested. Kill that bitch. as you previously said, and Ghost, because he talked to Tasha, was like, nah, man, that's not okay. Let's make her better. He's like, I guess, bro. And like, but like that was just Tommy didn't give a fuck. Cause like we're about business. And if someone gotta go, then this Liliana person, I guess she gotta go too. But anyway, Esh, I'm reading your comments, sir, because you said I didn't do it before, and I remember. Okay. Tariq simply misses his uncle. You saw how he looked when D-Mac said Uncle Tommy, and I don't know. I think you're going too far. I think you're going too far on that one. That's not Tariq. Like because of
Tariq, I still feel like Tariq is setting Tommy up.
Yeah.
And he's blowing his head up. And Tommy loves Tariq so much that he'll go with it. He'll just go with it.
Yeah.
He'll watch his own back, but he's still gonna trust Tariq.
He has heart. He has heart. He has heart.
He has heart for him. Yeah.
And they're turning. And Jemima talk about this. They're treating Tariq. They're using the Tariq formula in Power 2. You got family, but they can't be around because you can't be a drug dealer and shit. So let's send family away for their protection. So just like Tasha, that's what Mariana should have went. This is where my auntie Tasha and my sisters are at, and be like, go talk to Tasha and go hang out with Big Mama, and she will help you take care of our child until I'm ready. That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome if somehow Tasha shows up and be like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and take this baby and stuff, because you know how you are with kids, Tommy.
So wait a minute. Also, too.
Oh, wait. No. Jemima had a comment, and I
okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Jemima.
I'm like, I wanted to see Tom, as far as like when Tommy and Tariq get back together, Tariq's organization always crashes and burns, and
absolutely immediately.
That's what has happened. Whatever we saw at the end of Ghost is imploded, and he's like, I need something new. Hey,
yep.
I need to latch on or piggyback on whatever you got and try to expand it over into New York. That's why it's like all suspenseful. Like, oh, he has a kid or whatever, and a girlfriend. Let's see how we can get them back to New York, and I can leech off of him to have a successful organization. He created one here, so he can create another one for me in New York. Like a franchise.
I like that because Braden did all the work as we
absolutely, and we know there's no more Braden, so it's Tariq is.
But you were gonna say?
I can't even remember what I was gonna say, but anyway. But Tariq, I don't trust Tariq. I think Tariq is something in me is like he's lying about everything, but he knows that Tommy loves him enough that he will come back, and he's gonna allow Tommy to build up the business. And it's going to be between him and D-Mac on who kills Tommy, unfortunately. Right?
I like the D-Mac twist. I like the D-Mac twist. Like that would be very sad, but appropriate for who D-Mac has turned into, if you will.
Yeah.
Why are y'all discounting Maria? Maria could like if there's 4 seasons or however many seasons of Legacy, Maria could have a plethora of reasons for why she wants to kill Tommy or something.
Like what? Wait, think about that, and I'll get through the comments. Just hold on. Tommy is considered dead in New York City. Nobody knows he's alive except Blanca, and Blanca is and Jenny, and that's a lot of people. And Medina, and they don't care. That's not true because Blanca went to Medina and was like, "There's something." I think Tommy's in Chicago, and he approved the mission to get him to Chicago. And if Blanca, being a good cop, would probably told Paz that Tommy's still alive, so Paz is going to be looking for him if he shows up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, just general law enforcement, as Jemani pointed out, like he's still wanted for the death of Ghost, and law enforcement knows he exists. Like that's the whole point of this shit, which doesn't make any sense. Like he would have been arrested on sight because he's still supposedly the one who killed James St. Patrick. Tariq might be a little in that Tommy has a family while Tariq lost his with Diana. Again, I disagree that was even his kid. Diana had a gun to her head and was like, "Don't shoot me, I'm pregnant." What woman wouldn't pull that? You know what I'm saying? Like, so until we get a blood test or some shit, I'm like, I don't know about that one. Like, she was trifling. She was trifling for trying to put it on Tariq. That's what I'm saying. She got a few penises in her. So I'm like, hey, it could win either way. Okay,
It was
so
only 2. Jesus Christ.
both of them worked, Kim. That's what I'm saying. Dude, can we agree like they were relatively the same time? That's what I'm saying.
Yes, they were around the same time. Yes.
That's all I'm saying. For her to be like, my stomach tells me that it must be Tariq's baby.
And this is right after Tariq has come to find her after killing the other prospective father.
Like, yo, he's like, it reminded me of The Walking Dead. We're fucking Rick's trifling ass wife starts sleeping with his friend, and then she's like, Rick, I'm pregnant. Okay. He's like, 1, 2, 3. It's your baby. I mean, it's your baby. I'm like, you trifling as fuck, man. I'm like, this is Shane's baby. You ain't shit. I'm like, boop. That's that.
Isn't
Anyway.
the baby that ended up having to be killed? They killed that baby, didn't they? Because it turned into one of those things.
No.
The older son, Carl.
Yeah, Carl died. No. Baby Maggie or something. She's fine. She was raised by Michonne, actually. After a while. She got to do Black Mama. Anyway. Tariq loves Tommy. Now you're going too far on that one. He would just said because he saw his family. He doesn't know all of those people. He was observing like he always. Oh, you're a Tariq fan. He needs Tommy with something. That's so sweet. No. Tariq tried to kill book 1. He tried to kill both of them. All right. The only reason Tommy's still alive right now is because he fought his way from those Italians. And he was like, shit happens, right? He even told him, hey, bro, it was either you or me, and I was in the mess. So I was like, hey, here's Tommy.
No, but but remember he tried, okay, didn't he do something with the Italians again? Like he got himself kidnapped and Ghost and Tommy had to work to get the money and all this nonsense.
No. That was just money. I'm talking about murder. When after he talked to Tommy at the harbor or whatever, when he and Tommy was like,
"Oh, I remember that too." But but I'm saying that this is strike number. If anything happens, this is strike number 3. Like
from him. I mean, he's a terrible business. So he's a terrible business partner. Tariq is a thief. He has stolen from Tommy. He has lied to Tommy, which is why Tommy put him over that fucking roof and like he got Kanan killed. Like. Tariq will turn on whoever is necessary to accomplish whatever goal he needs in the end. In the end, he looks out for himself. In the end. And he has not failed. He has not failed because the only reason he really killed Ghost, 1, he was fucking Angie, but number 2, he wouldn't go to jail for him. Remember that. Like his bitch, we could do this all day. He got his sister killed. That he is a bitch. He sat there.
Okay, I'll give you all of that, but who the hell is willingly going to jail for something he got away with?
I don't even know. But like this for us again. We're rehashing book 1. Tariq ain't shit. Okay, you're not gonna convince me or Stacy otherwise. Like Stacy, she hates him more than I do. I'm just saying he ain't shit.
Well, he know he ain't shit. He was crying at the cemetery in book 2.
Yeah, he really ain't shit. But again, I can say the same thing about Kate. I mean, again, it's all writing. But I had this problem that again, Kate only saw Ghost only saw Kate once. That was in season 2 when he was looking for Tommy. He never saw her again. Never really mentioned her again. She didn't show up to Raina's funeral, but all of a sudden they want us to believe that he loved her so much that he gave her all this money and this bullshit. And I'm like, again, it was all writing. They were just trying to get Tommy to California, but that didn't work out. So he ended up in Chicago. So he could be going back to New York City and end up in Atlanta. We don't know what's going to happen when Legacy actually starts. I'm saying it's possible. It's possible. You know what I'm saying? Because of budgeting or whatever. It could be.
Well, I mean, just 2 days ago, 50 got Shreveport, the studio, and some other stuff. It just got approved. So
I mean,
the studio is going to get made, and this is another $150 million building, some other building that he's building, along with the studios. All of that got approved. So he's got somewhere to film this stuff. So
he has options. So I'm saying and it would be I think we agree. It would make far more sense for this to be in a third party location. Just to return to New York City, you are confined to things we already know, characters we're going to be looking for. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, let's talk about. So do you think now that because Jamani, I know. So Kim, I'll start with Kim and I'll get Jamani. Kim, do you feel Jannard or Vic will make their way to legacy in any kind of way.
No, I think they're going to be drop characters. They're just going to be dropped, and they'll say something about them, like Jannar got back on drugs and Vic went to jail or something. You know, I don't think that I don't think that they're meant to be in legacy. If we even get legacy, I don't think they're meant to be in.
All right. Javon, counterpoint.
All right, so what is it? Season 2 of OG Power, right? When they go to Florida, right? And they're trying to kill the chick with the pink heels or whatever, the pink sneakers or whatever.
Pink sneakers.
Right? That is the beginning of legacy if D-Mac is a part of the show. Right? It has to be he is still in Chicago and he is trying to kill Jannar or whatever. You don't necessarily need like a Dre, against Ghost, like which one is going to kill, pink sneakers first or whatever. But you need to resolve that before he joins the rest of the cast. Like that is such a big part of his arc and him as a character in the Power universe that, Jannar has to be knocked off the board, even if you do it in the first episode. He, all the time span that's been between the two shows, he's been plotting on and planning, trying to figure out the best time and how to do it and all that stuff. And he finally does it. And then he's like, I'm on the run. I got to get out of town now.
All right. So as we already discussed, I agree that D-Mac needs to kill Jannar if he's going to move forward as a character. It would be nice to see that happen on camera. I say that's against the way they've done Power Book 2 and Power Book 4. You did not see Chicago in 2, and you did not see New York City in 4. And so, if they change that formula, I would love for that's the way it starts. I mean, I'm hearing you, and that would be great. But I think if D-Mac comes at this point, it will be off camera, and that's sad because his hatred for Jannar is justified. And Jannar needs to die on camera. To me, he's a Dre type character. They made him a Dre type villain. But I just the way they do these shows, I don't think that they're going to do all that. Call 2-Bit for what? Just to have one more. No, he would have brought a crew. Who the fuck does 2-Bit have? Who the fuck does Tariq have? Who does random ass dude that Tariq the show of Tariq? Like 2-Bit by himself has more killing experience than Tariq. 2-Bit has more killing experience than Tariq.
I think Tariq bought Noma's brother's people. Remember, he's still in a partnership with Noma's brother.
So I remember something about that. But anyway, again, we Tommy's been cut has been cut ties with 2-Bit 2 years ago, and I think the actor keeps suffering because of Courtney Kemp. Yeah, it's really because of Courtney Kemp. I think it's because of Courtney Kemp. Character wise, I mean, I think they were fine. I think Courtney has really screwed him over, which they should have just killed off his character. I mean, I think it's very unprofessional of her, to be, messing with a subordinate and then fucking over his career over it. I think Tariq is already the connect for New York. So why does he need Tommy? For that, he's working with the Africans. I think he wanted to be the connect for Chicago. He wants Tommy to be his worker bee. Well, he said come to New York and start something new. So whatever he has cooking up, he needs a team, he needs staff, and that's what he has white people for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he had Braden, before Tommy. He knows how dad ran Tommy, and I think he's smart. He believes he's as smart as his dad at the least. And he feels he can run Tommy the way his dad did is what I'm thinking. Last one, because then I gotta go eat some dinner. They knew the show was over before they shot this season. The crew has it will air on January 20th. That's still a thing.
That's what I was saying.
They just announced that they're gonna have that episode. They didn't say it was gonna continue, but they did say they were gonna do that one episode on January 20th. Yes.
Oh. Okay, I try to suspend my realism when I watch these power shows. There are going to be a lot of goofy moments in them. I just try to enjoy it. So I'm getting really into the details. Right? Did you notice how Tariq gained weight? he looked a little bit thicker, not like overweight, but I think if you go back and watch him at
He's
the end of,
older now, though. I mean,
I know that's
almost.
it. Just I know I'm just saying for this to be the round to say it. I saw it, like I just saw it, like and he's growing up. But I'm like, if you look at the end of Ghost, like when this is supposed to be like the next day that he made the phone call, I was like, he looked a little thick, just a little thick. I mean, but he's getting older. He's getting older. It just tickled me.
I mean,
I
he's
feel
got
like
his own restaurant in Jamaica, so I mean, maybe he's eating his own food.
All right. I feel like they need to focus on one spinoff. I feel like they're biting off more. Yeah. With so many shows, it's like the quality is diminishing. You know, as they're trying to do so much at one time. But it's all cookie cutter at this
Well,
point.
Legacy is not coming out until 2027, and they don't even. I'm sorry, Origins. It's like 2027, and then they don't know if Legacy is even going to be done.
I thought Legacy was this year.
No, because remember, Origins is going to come in 2027.
Origins.
Origins.
Wow.
But because they already filming that. That's already filmed.
Yeah.
But the Legacy part of it, Gary Lennon and Joseph Sikora, they both said they have no idea when it's gonna actually come out. And he said the writers' room was opened up in June, but they don't have any concrete information about when they're actually gonna pick up Legacy. So it may not get picked up. May not.
And like he said, it's not Legacy is not greenlit. And thank you so much. Both D-Mac and Shanti should have had arm slings. I'm like, where are the arm slings? Yeah, you're absolutely right. And you can't forget an arm sling. All right, Kim, any final comments before we say good night and goodbye?
No, I mean, I love Tommy, so I guess we can see him on Reasonable Doubt as what is he, Richard? I think his name is Richard.
Bill Sturm.
Bill, that's right, he's Bill, right? So I'll go ahead and watch that, get my Tommy fix. But this wasn't the best ending to the series, but I mean, I didn't like the Power Ghost either. The ending was not good, so we'll see. I mean, we'll see what they got in store for Origins, and maybe Legacy will come out. But anyway, I enjoy Power Universe anyway, so I'm gonna watch it regardless of whether it's good or bad or in between. So like, comment, subscribe. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Kim. We're gonna say goodbye to the team. I was gonna say, Jamani, any final words, sir?
Chris Lofton, Jannard, great actor. He did some great work this season, and I've been a fan since he was in Hardball with Keanu Reeves and whatnot. I don't know. I'm like, if you're missing Tommy, then you gotta check out that Sherry Shepherd clip where they do the daytime TV version of Power Book Force, which I thought was very funny. But salutes to Tommy if this is the last time, if STARZ doesn't decide to pick it up or do whatever. But yeah, it was a ride.
Thank you, man.
Comment, subscribe.
Oh, look, you're rhyming now. I like that. Force was booming, so they probably will greenlight Legacy. They all relatively do well. I mean, what career? Based on what? Okay, we got a lot of. I'm going backwards at this point. One more. Okay, let's. Tell Cart if y'all don't think they are not making it the Legacy. They would have killed him in the finale. And if that wasn't the case, well, they got a lot of options. Let's say they got options for these characters and shows, and we got to see. They say it's a big rich town. That was a lot. That was a big on the nose right there. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us in this ride that was Force. I saw a comment that summed up what I felt, which I think our team felt, which was after the first episode of season 1, we're like, this ain't it, and this needs to be canceled. But once season 3 got going, I was like, oh, wait a minute, this show has potential, and now it's getting canceled. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, oh shit. Oh wait, you must be being funny, right? They need to write like Taylor Sheridan. Stop it. Stop it. I want Effie to be giving long ass 10-minute monologues and shit.
No, I'm like, we just did land, man. Tommy talking like the other Tommy,
I'm right. I would love to see him write an episode just for like a Maria monologue. Like a Beth level character with like that kind of monologue. I would.
Yeah, he would kill Maria, Shanti, all the females in the show. Yeah, he would. He's great for women empowerment.
Effie would be his Beth. I feel like Effie would definitely be his Beth. Like she would have the monologue that would just destroy any kind of character. But anyway, thank you guys very much. We have Copenhagen Test, which I would like to do next weekend. Nowhere Man with Tasha. We're gonna do that as a season, just because like Stacey already saw it. They showed it in Africa or some shit, so we're gonna do that as a season. So we're gonna do a lot of season reviews as they come out. But we will have something to discuss with y'all because Copenhagen Test is a great show. We just didn't have a chance to talk about it. Is there any other shows that we just kept on pushing back?
No, not that I think of off the top of my head. No.
Well, nobody that can act will pull off any monologues. No. Yeah, it was fire. So we're thank you. So we're gonna. It was outstanding. It was outstanding. So I definitely want to do that. And we'll have stuff as we go along. But have a great weekend. Have a great Martin Luther King Day. Go to a national park. You still can. Sorry. Go to and enjoy. Like who really did that? Come on, bro. But anyway, do that. Enjoy yourself. We will see you next weekend because I'm silly. Jamani, stick around. I want to talk to you about something. And see you later.
I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching, people in the chat.
I enjoy the view very much. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this. Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You're gonna be like, oh shit.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
You want to go ahead?
Oh shit.
Stacey, do your thing. Fuck that shit.
But anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just gonna end this broadcast and say bye.